So let's talk about some signs that a woman's masculine. Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, all for a boss life secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So yeah, while I was in Vegas, somebody sent me an email wanting to know, hey, how can I tell if a woman's being masculine? How can I tell if a woman's in her masculine frame? And it's a good question, man, because I found that a lot of guys don't really understand. They think how most women act, behave, that's normal. It's normal for a woman to be like that. You work with her with an iron fist, and she walked through the office, and she's in charge, and no, and that's the first type of woman displaying masculinity. Is a woman at your job. She's a boss. Yeah, she's a boss. She's a manager, executive, CEO. She got some higher level management position. She might even be supervisor sometimes. Some supervisors I've run across, women over the years, most of them are masculine too. And I haven't met too many, I'm gonna put it like this. I haven't met too many women in leadership positions in the workforce that aren't masculine. Not too many. And the worst part about this is they can't turn it off. When they go home, most women, not all, I'm gonna say the majority, when they go home, they take that mentality home with them. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. Some women might have the iron fist at the job, but when she go home, whoever's home, that dude at home, he shut that down. So there's always a exception to the rule, but the problem with most women being in leadership positions is the big problem is they can't turn it off. And a lot of women, just because they got the position at the job, that don't mean they have good leadership skills. Because as long as everything is routine, no problem. When things start not being routine, most women I've found don't know what to do. Just a lot of people, just in general, with bad leadership skills, don't know what to do. So that's one of the problems. And a lot of women wear with a badge of honor. They kind of, get off on telling people what to do, especially guys, at these jobs. It's like, it's weird. And this is why a lot of women, another problem with a lot of women in these leadership positions, they burn out. They get sick. They have high blood pressure. A lot of them start having some form of cancer, diabetes. These women be going through all kind of shit. You would think, with all the opportunities women have today, you would think they'd be happy. Women are more miserable today than ever. I've never seen women today more miserable since I've been living. It's the worst. Women are miserable. They popping pills. They getting sick. So that's just one sign. Next thing I would say is she's independent. She have a hard time asking people for help. It's kind of like you can see it in her face. It's like if something happens, it could be something simple too. She might be something heavy like a box, or maybe something she got to push but it's too heavy to push, or maybe she just can't. Maybe something might be going on with the family. She can't be there because she has to be at work. Maybe it's too much going on at one time, and instead of her just calling somebody and saying, "Be like, hey, I need your help on this, blah, blah, I got this going on, that," she won't do it. She'll just try to manage everything, try to do everything. She got that pride, that it's like, I'm an independent woman. Now you're not really independent, you're just a fool. That's what you really are. Because any woman that talks like that is a fool. Look, being independent is a state of mind. But being independent don't mean that you don't need help. That's why I say you're a fool. Any wise man or wise woman know, especially in these days and times, in these pandemic times, if you're talking that independent crap in these times, you're a bigger fool. Because the pandemic should have showed you how foolish you are talking this independent crap. But some people, they've so mentally gone and broken. Some people are just never gonna get it. So if you see her acting like that, talking about how independent she is and she don't need no man and she don't need no help, don't walk, run. Life is too short to be around anybody like that. You're wasting your time and her time. And the next thing I would say is, if you meet a woman, or maybe you might know a woman that's with a guy and she wear the pants. She call all the shots in the relationship. She tell the guy what to do, tell the kids what to do. She makes the final decision when it comes to everything. As a matter of fact, you have a lot of these women will act like the guy is the leader, head of household, and she might sit down with the guy and be like, hey, have a discussion on whatever it is. Could be something simple as, hey, where we gonna take a trip at over the weekend for the 4th of July or Memorial Weekend, or what we gonna do for Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that. So y'all might have an agreement and everything, right? Have everything all laid out. What she'll do is go behind your back and make other arrangements, other plans, without you knowing about it, until the last minute, and then y'all end up doing what she wants. Or another thing a lot of women will do, they'll say yes to everything that you recommend, right? And the closer it gets to that time frame that y'all supposed to do whatever, she'll start acting like she don't want to do it. She'll come up with all these reasons why, all these excuses why we shouldn't do it. Oh, it's gonna rain. Oh, it's too much. It's too expensive. Oh, there might be too many people out there for me. I don't like being around so many people. She'll come up with all these excuses, because she just don't want to do it. And she don't want to come out and say it, though. She'll just come out with all these excuses. Those type of women are the worst. Because they don't have the balls to come out and say what's really on their mind. They would rather just make excuses, and they want you to say, hey, just forget about it. That's what they really want. Because they really didn't agree with anything in the first place, what you were saying. If that happens, continuously keep happening, you're going to have to get rid of her. Because even if you say something to her, you check her on that, right? It might not go well. So if she blow up on you, plan to get away. I'm telling you, some people are just broken. Some women are just unfit. You know, it's just it is what it is. You know, everybody's just not for everybody. There's some women. Now I understand that some women know how to play that game and basically misrepresent themselves, make it seem like there's somebody else. Now a lot of women are good at doing it, but the signs are there in the beginning. If you choose to ignore it, that's on you. But eventually, you're gonna catch on. The dumbest guy was gonna catch on eventually. And when it happens, you're gonna have to make a hard and tough decision. But it's best, in my humbling opinion, the earlier, the better. Let's move on. Get rid of her ass. And please, hopefully you won't have no kids with her. And now she got you by the balls now. She got to use the kids as leverage. And a lot of women today don't really care about no kids. I've been saying this for a while now. A lot of fathers, they care about the kids. A lot of women today, they don't care enough about the kids. If you listen to how a lot of these women talk today, having a family is not top priority for them. They're thinking about living a lifestyle. That's all they talk about. I want to live a certain lifestyle. They never really say, I want to have a certain type of family. Almost no woman talks like that today. You know, just pay attention, listen to how women talk today. You'll pick up on a lot. Especially living here in the United States of America. You know. So, the next thing I would say is a woman that believes in equality. She thinks a man and a woman is equal. She thinks whatever a man can do, a woman can do. She actually believes that. She's looking for a 50-50 relationship. She wants everything to be even and equal across the board. There's some women that actually believe this crap. They think, not only do they think if a man can do it, a woman can do it, but they think a woman can do it better in some cases. They actually believe this. You know, they think like, you know, they actually, for whatever reason, maybe she had daddy issues, maybe she's from a broken home, maybe something happened to her when she was growing up. And a lot of reasons why women think like this. So a lot of time it has to do with the media, who she's hanging around, who she grew up around. You know, a lot of these women are brainwashed. They actually believe that men and women are equal. Men and women are not equal. They'll say, well, if a man can have a bunch of women and sleep around, well, I should be able to do it too. No, you shouldn't. I said, well, first off, I know who I am. I know where I've been. 9 times out of 10, most women that try to sleep with a bunch of guys, they don't know who they are. They don't know the guys they laid up with. See, I know for a fact who I laid up with. I know who I am. Most women, they don't know nothing. Basically, they don't know who they are, and they really don't know the guys they lay up with. And women have a reputation of being horrible when it comes to picking up guys or laying up with guys. The guys they lay up usually are lame with bad energy. You know, and that energy is going to be, you know, inside her. If you know what I mean. You know, if you lay up with somebody with bad energy, it doesn't go away right away. See, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And I know the people that I associate with. I get to know them. I mean, and a lot of this comes with experience because I've met so many women over the years. Most women have a pattern. And most women are the same. You know, most women, certain personalities do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Write that down. Certain personalities do certain things. So, based on a woman's personality, I can kind of, you know, I'll have a certain amount of, I can kind of predict, or I should say, anticipate what they would do or wouldn't do. Now, I'm not always right, but I'm spot on. I'm like 90% spot on when it comes to this, you know. And this is based on my experience meeting women worldwide. This is not just an American thing, you know. But of course, being in America, you know, I have a much more experience being in America, of course. But if you understand female nature, that helps. That's half the game right there. So that's why, you know, I can kind of predict where, you know, how a woman thinks. And if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. That's usually how that goes. And a lot of women tend to, some women out here, they might call themselves, quote, feminists. Or black feminists, whatever the hell that means. You know, a lot of black women they don't get no benefits from being feminists. But anyways, a lot of them, they have that feminist mentality where, you know, they claim that they don't want to have anything to do with a man, but at the same time, they still want to be with a man. Which, you know, that doesn't make any sense. It's a contradiction. But they had that mentality where they're basically all over the damn place. You know, you can't try to make no sense of this shit. Because it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make logical sense, practical sense, or no type of sense. So don't try to make no sense of it. Basically, the whole feminist thing is just made up. Really. It's just made up theory, and it doesn't work. You know, this is a man's world, and it's always been that way. Look, men and women, we're not the same. There's some things women are good at. There's some things guys are good at. Everyone needs to play their position. But the problem is a lot of women, feminist women, they want to destroy that. They don't want. They don't like the traditional relationship. They really don't. They might be in one and want to destroy it, which doesn't make any sense, because some of these women are married and they'll leave the house, talk shit wherever they at, speaking on stage, and then go back home to her husband and kids. It's a double whammy, that's like an oxymoron. How can you speak negative about something that you're already in? You're already involved in. It doesn't make any sense. These are the psychopath, sociopath women out here. You know? So don't try to make no sense of any of this. It doesn't make any sense. Now, you just have a lot of people that trying to jack benefits, basically, because, you know, it doesn't work. At the end of the day, they just want benefits. And then you have some women have masculine energy. And you've seen women like this. You know, they just got that manhood in them. They walking down the street. They got more manhood than you. You know, you can't. How you gonna date a woman like that? She's more masculine than you on your day off. you at work with a woman like this, you see him at work, you see him at the store, you see him at the club, and she don't necessarily gotta be a stud. She can be, she might dress like a woman, but she might not necessarily act like a woman. And she might kind of look like a man. But she got that energy. You can feel it. You can pick up on it. And ain't nothing about her that's sexually appealing at all. She's like one of the boys, one of the dudes. She got that type of energy. You know what I'm talking. You've seen women that's like this. You might have a cousin that's like this. You might have a sister that's like this. You might have a neighbor that's like this. Somebody at your job is definitely like this. They have no sex appeal. They're more. They could be a stud. In certain circles. You can't do nothing with that. So, just keep it moving. So these are just a few signs of a masculine woman. Now, of course, I could go on and on, but this video is starting to be a little long, So, hey, tell me what you think below. If you need any help, I highly recommend you go get my book, Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. Like, share the video, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.